The one die Dicey Dungeons challenge is back. Last time, I failed miserably. I just kept losing, and I never even got close to actually completing the challenge. But that all changes today. Let's start off simple with the warrior. Now, as a reminder, I can only use the leftmost die, or any dice that are duplicated from that one die. None of the others. My special ability is also allowed because it'd be impossible to win without it. Now, for the first run, I started off with a level that gives me a 50-50 chance of failure on every attack, which is stupid for a run where I can only use one die. But I made my way to the pirate, and barring one failure, it went pretty well, so I was feeling alright. Sneezy, of course, rolled double fives, twice. Though nearly dead, I was able to kill him, and moved on to the squid, where I failed 1, 2, 3 times in a row, and just barely managed not to kill him. That wasn't too great. So I brought out the Jester, which was a colossal mistake that I won't subject you to, so let's just move on to the robot instead. The nice thing about him is that if I hit the target number, I get a second attack. Now you can see right here, I almost used a second die, but I restrained myself, and I died because of it. I tried to give the robot another chance where I get to choose my die, but I could tell that this was definitely gonna fail, and I moved on and gave the warrior another go. I barely survived the first floor, which is a terrible omen, and I took quite a beating from the squid, and the pirate was able to finish me off. I gave him one last chance and died to the squid this time. So, it's time to bring out the heavy artillery, the Inventor. After every round, I choose one of my codes, destroy, and turn into a new ability. I chose to turn the subscribe button from red to gray, and you should as well. Okay, sorry. While this is very strong, the choices I'm given are random, and it can cause me to lose some important equipment, which makes it tough to keep a consistent strategy throughout the entire run. However, the utility of these gadgets far outweigh these risks. So, with only one die, getting to combine them all is pretty handy, and the ones that deal damage like Plasma Gun are simply unbeatable. I got lucky and shocked his only usable code, so I moved on with quite a bit of remaining health. This luck did not continue though, and the Dryad proceeded to get 4 sixes, healing up every turn and dealing massive damage to me, which unsurprisingly led to my death from the next enemy. Honestly though, that was pretty good, so let's just go ahead and do the exact same thing, but now I get 2 gadgets every turn instead of 1. I'll need to use my codes carefully since I have to lose 2 of them every fight. But luckily, the Dryad fight went better than last time. I only lost half my health this time, rather than all of it. And as you can see, I've got a ton of codes to scrap when the time comes. And this fireman was in for a rough time. 2 plasma guns, the crystal sword, it's a guaranteed 2-turn kill. Now, he obviously fought back, but not well enough. Since I've got a 6, adding 1 to it will give me an extra die, which I will allow myself to use because it is an extension of the leftmost die. I didn't actually do anything with it though, and we leveled up before the run back against the vacuum. I had Fury and a full crystal sword, so I actually just insta-killed him. Success is the best revenge after all, and I think we proved ourselves superior to him. On the next floor, I went for Worker Man so I could grab those apples, and what a mistake it was for him. I dealt some big damage early on, tanked his hits, and killed him easily. The bully fared much better, but I killed him before things could get too dicey for me. Get it? And on to the Wisp, where I can roll an extra die thanks to my gadget, which I'll allow myself to use because it comes from my gadget. Luckily, I can shock him, so I only have to take 2 attacks every round. Unluckily, he hits pretty hard, and brought me close to death, but I keybladed him, sorted him, and then burned myself down to just 1 heart in order to kill him. Exactly enough to win, and luckily, it also earned me a level up, so I'm back to full health. I upgraded the crystal sword and moved on to the 5th floor. I started off with the direwolf, dealt some good damage, but I got cursed, which, luckily for me, didn't activate, so I won. Loudbird was next. I got him with a crystal sword, but he followed up with a dodge, which is bad considering, remember, I only have 1 die. Luckily, my gadgets do ignore that. Sadly though, he silenced me, so I couldn't even use them. And I decided I was gonna relax the rules just a little bit here, and let myself use the extra dies to get rid of the silence, but not for damage. So, is it cheating? But I really didn't want to reset the run here, because if he kept getting doubles, I was definitely gonna die. But anyway, with him down, we move on to the Banshee. I went ahead and used both my swords, got silenced again, cheated again since I already violated my morals on this run, and I finished the fight. We'll skip the singer and we'll just go right on to the boss, Elfie. I'm a bit low on health, but I would have died to the singer anyway, so let's just give it our best shot. I can clone my die, and I can double my next action. So I started off by focusing my dice to a 6, and then I double weakened him. He shielded up and obliterated me, but then he wasted his shield with a pretty simple bash. So I'm pretty low now, but I used the same strat as last round. I focused, keybladed, double weakened, and simply prayed that I lived to see another round. He got a terrible roll, and only dealt 2 damage to me, giving me one last chance. I got a 5, double crystal sworded him, and I won. It is my first victory ever, and it's proven that this challenge is doable. However, there may have been some shenanigans that went on in that round, and I'd rather get a true victory. I cheated to get rid of silence, and I simply refuse to accept that. This is going to be all for now, but I'm going to do one final attempt at this challenge, and if I can't get an actual win, then I'm going to give up on this challenge forever. Stay tuned for when that arrives, and when I finally prove to all of you that I can do this. Thanks for watching, subscribe to see more, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!